It's being produced and directed by Mike Morgan. Today's game is the Eastchester Blue Devil Midgets versus the Fulton New York Raider Midgets. That's up in near the Syracuse area. Today's game is going to be broadcasted by Mr. Dennis Conklin and colored by Chris Simon. Dennis, you want to give the lineups for the both teams?
Hi, this is Dennis Conklin. This morning, the Blue Devil Midgets, we have at quarterback Chris Mealy, number 7. 12 is Brian Cummings. 20 is Jerry Petraglia. 32 is Elton Lee. 33 is Richard Justo. 37 is Rashawn Allen. 39 is Ian Crowley. 41, Donta Johnson. 42 is Neilon Green. 44, Adam Stern. 46, John Silvestri. 50, Cliff Dealey. 54, Vincent Prezioso. 55, John DiNardo. 58, Pat Gallo. 60, Robert Hunt. 64, Mike Palmiato. 65, Corey Rumley. 66, Robert Grabeklis. 74, Lance Herbert. 75, Rocco Tesserero. 78, Mike Senator. 81, Mark Bernardini. 83, Kieran Dawkins. 85 is David Bernardini. 86, Lucian Martin. 88, Brett Murray. 89, Phil Amatuli. 90, Keith Ramagnoli. 96, Jason Beich. Head coach is Jim Bell. Assistant coach is Tony Signori, Mike Morgan, Jerry Petraglia, Mike Crowley, John Savage. Fulton Raider lineup. 27, Ron Bowes. 98, Matthew Cohn. 80, Sean Cook. 42, Sean Doyle. 34, Bob Galini. 2 is Mike Galvin. 77 is Tim Griffin. 1 is Leon Mavlik. 57 is John Meehan. 56 is Daniel Holmes. 51, Derek Jode. 69, Kent Kieser. 66, Jeffrey Legowski. 11 is Scott Palmer. 76 is Tom Rambert. 68, Derek Rogers. 84, Michael Smith. 44, Ryan Smith. 71, Jack Stanek. 23, Christopher Van Etten. 5, Brian Waterhouse. And 83, it looks like Jason Willis. The wrestler today are, the umpire is Vinny Diaso, the referee is Ed Cipriano, and the head linesman is Ange Palmiatonio.
Leave it on.
With me today is Chris Simon, who's going to do the color analysis, what's going to go on today. Chris, looks like we got a nasty day out here. I don't really know exactly what these coaches have in mind, but apparently they're not going to be able to do anything wide or any kind of passing. What do you think about that?
No, it doesn't look like it, Dennis. Matter of fact, our high school game was canceled today. We had a bowl game, and due to the inclement weather, they canceled our high school game. That'll be played tomorrow night, 5:30 down at Memorial Field. I think this weather probably hurts the Blue Devils. We don't know that much about the team from Syracuse, but this definitely hurts the Blue Devils because they are a pass-oriented team with fine quarterback Brian Cummings. Weather like this definitely hurts a team with a good aerial attack, so we'll see what happens.
Okay. No.
Where's that spot?
This is Government Access Channel 35, Town of Eastchester.
Did you see who won the toss, Chris?
No.
Waiting for the kickoff. We're focused now on the Eastchester Blue Devil Midget team. It's a rainy day. The Midgets are ready to play. It's Coach Bell. It's Artie Allen, Jerry Petraglia. They're all down in a mud-soaked field.
He's just going to kick off to the, what's the name of that team? The Raiders. It's going to be interesting to see what this first series of downs brings. As you can see by, they're actually kicking off. It looks like a little miniature lake there.
I can't see this deep.
Don't keep shutting out on them.
Oh, okay. Leave it on. I'm used to the other mic. Who's kicking?
Elton Lee.
Who's kicking?
Elton Lee.
Oh, okay, ready? Elton Lee's going to kick off here. And he slugs through the mud. Gets a short kick down on the first line there. And immediately breaks through that first line. It's a foot race here. He's finally brought out of bounds up around the 25-yard line.
John Higgins.
John Higgins there on the carrying that ball, picked that up. I'm not sure that Lee really wanted to kick that to that first line, but that's what comes about when you're kicking from a little miniature lake there.
What happened here?
Ball's up on the 25 where the Raiders will put it in play, 1st and 10. I would imagine every play here we're going to see footballs going in and out as they keep switching these balls. Quarterback is number 1 here. And there's a loose ball. We kind of suspected that immediately. One of the big problems they're going to have today is getting the center getting that ball up to the... I can't see it, Mike. Leon Mavlik is a quarterback for the Raiders. They lost on that play, so it'll bring up second and long, second and about 14. One of the biggest problems today is the center getting that ball up to the quarterback, and they're gonna have to slow their tempo down from their normal cadence. Second and 14. He immediately is going to try to throw this ball. Throws it out, a little swing pass out to the back. He's changing back. There's a flag down on that field.
Dennis, that's a good play in this kind of weather. If you're going to throw, you've just got to throw out little swing passes, little slides to the backs. It's going to be real tough out there. The footing's tough. Good plays in this, if you can get it going. A little misdirection. If the backs can keep their feet, misdirection will really be effective today.
Okay, thanks, Chris. That looks like what's going to be. That's a clipping call. That's against the Raiders. One of the things I noticed, Chris, is that on that first play, the pursuit on the linebackers and the cornerbacks, they actually shut that off. When he caught that ball, he had nowhere to go on that one. And
they came up real quick on that, real quick.
Okay, that penalty was declined to bring up 3rd and 14. There's a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the Raider line there. Looks like the right end stood up. It's a procedure call against him. A dead ball foul. It's going to cost him 5. And it'll be a repeat 3rd down. Additional 5 would be 3rd and 19. Looks like the right end was anticipating some kind of rush there, and it just stood right up. Blue Devils have elected to go with a 6-man line. Genny throws. He wants to throw. They really came through. That's
all on that one.
Yeah.
No protection. He sent out 2 guys on the pattern, sent his right end deep on a flag, and the Blue Devils just had a real good pass rush on that. Rob Bleckless, looked like Elton Lee also blitzed on that play. Real good pass rush.
Yeah, it's kind of tough when you have a 6-man line there to try to drop back and pass on that. Okay, the Raiders go back into a punt formation. Snap is up, kick is away. It's coming down around the 20-yard line where it absolutely drops dead, right?
Floats in there.
Yeah, floats in and just comes to a dead stop on this. This is, Chris, this is going to be an interesting series here on this first series. I got a feeling that Coach Bell may try to, on his first play, try to position the ball and then go for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th downs on the big plays. What do you think?
No, Jim, catch him by surprise. I wouldn't be surprised if he puts it up first play here.
Okay, this should be interesting.
Little element of surprise on a day like today. Everybody thinks you're going to run it out.
It doesn't look like he's on too bad of conditions on that field on that left side over by the hash mark. And he goes with a straight dive play, left side. Looks like he's going to try to grind it out on that left side because the right side of this field is really muddy, and I doubt seriously whether they get any kind of traction or run on this. That's a good first down run. He picked up about 5 yards on it, bringing up 2nd and 5. I see the Raiders got their 2 safeties back. We're really deep on this. I don't know what
they know Brian Cummings can throw the ball real well, and they're respecting that. Even on a day like today, you've got to respect his arm.
There's a loose ball. It's recovered by the Blue Devils. Recovered by Bobby Hunt there, and I got a feeling, Chris, we're going to see a lot of this today. I don't know exactly what they're going to do, but they're going to have to come up with some kind of solution and a little less handing the balls off as much as they can. I kind of feel maybe we'll see Cummings, at quarterback, take the ball and do a lot of quarterback running. What do you think?
Brian's a good runner. Just straight ahead football, simple off tackle football plays is what we're going to see today.
Okay, we got a third. There's a loose ball again.
We're having trouble right now between the center and the quarterback exchange. Ball starts to get muddy and get heavier and heavier as the day goes on, unless they're using rubber ball.
That ball is recovered by the Fulton Raiders, and they're going to put it in play 1st and 10. One of the things the center's going to have to they're going to have to slow their tempo down on that center quarterback exchange, and instead of snapping it backwards, they're going to sort of have to lift the ball. Okay, he goes right off the right side. I can't tell the yardage from here. Picked up about, I would say, 5 yards in that, 2nd and 5. And this is the kind of game where I think we're going to see today. Just tackle to tackle, straight ahead football. Blue Devils staying with this 6-man line. They got their quarterback inching up. That's the quarterback keeping that. He gained very little, maybe a yard gain on that. The middle linebacker, the Blue Devils, inched in right into that hole at the last minute, and he must have anticipated that. Okay, Raiders come up to the line of scrimmage. Good clean snap on that. And we got a reverse, and he's 44. And good defensive play. 81. 81. Mark Bernardini came in on that right side, and there's a little hesitation on 44 there. He they sealed off the outside, and he's trying to look for the cut, and he had nowhere to go.
This is big 4th down here. This is the second time the Raiders have been inside the Blue Devil 25-yard line. If Blue Devils can shut them down here, maybe they can swing the momentum their way.
Yeah, it's 4th and 10 here.
This is a strange formation.
Yeah, and they're in a real sloppy part of the field. And they sent 4 receivers out, three on the line from the shotgun position. This is
setting up a screen. Good play back there.
And they cut that right off there. They too many defenders out there for that play. But that's an interesting play. It's the first time I've seen that. What is that, Chris?
They ran out of the shotgun and they just sent 4 guys. They sent their 2 wide receivers out and their 2 backs. It's just an addition onto the trips formation.
Okay. Well, I hope Coach Bell salts that one away and remembers that one, because I got a feeling we'll see that again.
He knew that might have been coming.
Yeah, Chris seems to feel that the coach knew that was coming. Okay, we got the Blue Devils 1st and 10. And this is a dive play left side. Good run. Kind of a dangerous run, though. He came up on that left side there, one hand on the ball in heavy traffic, and I kind of feel that they're going to have to be careful of that. That's Elton Lee up there. Good hard running. Picked up about 8 yards on that, bringing up 2nd and 2. And they're in a real sloppy part of the field, right dead center of the field. You see the mud there. This is where the exchange from the center of the quarterback is extremely important here. Well, we got the snap. We go right back with the same play again. He's up in first ground territory. Elton Lee again. Can't even see the markers here. 30, 40, 50. What is that? Down a line in the yard.
42-yard line.
Blue Devils get her up on their own 42-yard line. 1st and 10. He's got that. Blue Devils have kept it on that left side, and that seems to be the place to operate. There's a loose ball again, but that's covered by the Blue Devils. They'll take a loss on that play of about 3 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 13. I got a feeling, Chris, the quarterback's going to have to take his time coming out from underneath the center. I mean, their cadence is going to have to be really off. He's just got to wait there until he gets that ball in his hands.
Yeah, from experience, Dennis, it's really tough on a day like this. He's got to just put his hands up a little bit further, really grab onto the ball, and just make sure of his steps pulling out. It's going to be tough. Fewest mistakes today will win this one.
Yeah, that's what it's going to boil down to. Okay, we got a clean, low handoff, but he managed to hang on to that ball. Gets it up back up near the original line of scrimmage. That's Adam Stern. Adam Stern certainly showed a good pair of hands on that. That ball was put very low in his hands. That was Elton Lee, not Adam Stern, Elton Lee. Give me that. Okay, they're back at the 3rd and 10 here. We haven't seen Cummins put that ball in the air yet. Might be a good place here. Guy in motion. Now he's going back left side. He's staying over there. Somebody came through the right side of that line and completely disrupted the that play in the backfield. Who was the guy that came through? They actually lost about a half a yard on that, so we'll bring up 4th and a long 10. I need to get over this. And Blue Devils forego the kick. We got a ref's timeout here. That's a little equipment fix there. Okay, now time is running. This is 4th and 10, and Blue Devils apparently are going to go for it. There, we got a bad snap again. So they're going to have to get on. They're going to have to get this corrected for the end of this game. That ball will turn over to the Raiders now. 1st and 10.
This game is being brought to you by Channel 35 Government Access, Town of Eastchester. Produced and directed by Mike Morgan. Mr. Lee, maybe we can focus on the cheerleaders a little bit down there?
That's dedication, huh, Mike?
That's dedication. In the rain. Look at these girls out here cheerleading. Just at halftime, we'll give you the names of the cheerleader girls. Back to you, Dennis.
Okay, thanks, Mike. Cheerleaders are very important part of this organization. That's the end of the first quarter with no score. Deepest penetration we've seen is by the Raiders down inside the 20. We really haven't seen the Blue Devil offense get untracked here, and the problem, as we noted before, is the exchange between the center and the quarterback, and I'm sure Coach Bell's going to work on that. Okay, the Blue Devils stay with their 6-man line. Both linebackers really up there tight. They came right through there, and they just completely disrupted that play.
If this is possible, I think it's raining harder.
Yeah, I agree, Chris. It's starting to really come down like a typhoon here. They lost about a yard on that. It will bring up 2nd and 11.
What time's the ball?
Okay, the Raiders split one end out here. He's looking for 44 running out there. He's got the ball. It's short. Batted 32. Who's 32? Batted down by Elton Lee.
I think Elton Lee might regret that one. If he had taken that, I think he had daylight. That could have been a 60-yard interception return. I think even Coach Bell got a little bit upset on that.
Yeah, I don't understand why he batted that one down. I kind of think it was a first down play. Why second down play? Why he didn't try for that interception? All right, we got a timeout on the field now. We got time for that. The Eastchester cheerleaders, as we see here now, they're Danielle Casella, Christian Cade, Janine Cutter, Janine Cowley, Callie Laverty, Liz Lickman, Judy Lynn, Joy Nowak, Kelly Honorata, Vanessa Petraglia, Roseanne Pallone, Julie Sorbaro, Christine Vukas. Head coach is Janice Calderaro. Assistant coach is Mary Cutter.
It's Coach Shamu Bell just waddling off the field on that one. Did you see that, Mike?
Okay, here we go, 3rd and 11.
Say that, Mike. I played for the guy for 5 years.
He's dropping back to pass again. He's looking. Oh, went to the back underneath, and he dropped that ball. It's thrown a little bit behind him, but they had that developed. He throws that ball out in front. He might have got some yards on that.
Chris Shamu graduated last year from Eastchester High School.
All right, here we go. Okay, we got 4th and 11 now. Raiders drop back in punt formation.
It's hard to pick up the numbers here.
Yeah. High snap, and he gets it away. And that's about as good as you can expect on a day like today. Ball's up on the 36-yard line of the Blue Devils, where they'll put it in play 1st and 10.
Today's camera work is being done by Mr. Henry Lee. He's doing a good job as we look at our monitor here. Okay, it's 1st down for the Eastchester Blue Devils. Back to you, Dennis.
Okay, Devils line up, 1st and 10, 36-yard line. Again, we got that loose snap. That looked like a good snap that time, Chris. Looks like the quarterback dropped it.
It's just really tough out there. That was the first time the Blue Devils are going for the pass on that one, and the Raiders have recovered that. You're seeing a young quarterback very frustrated right now. Brian Cummings is having a tough day. I think he'll pull it together. Smart young guy. Well, we'll see if the Raiders can get something established. Once again, they have good field position, Dennis.
Yeah, they've been down there. They just haven't been able to move it once they get down near the 20. Cummings is going to have to wait under that center just a half a count more just to make sure he's got his hands on the ball. 44 splits out for the Raiders, and usually when he splits out there, they're looking for him. Yeah, they're looking again for him. They got him out on the flat, and ball was thrown inside, and 44 stayed outside on that. But Blue Devils going, he splits out like that, Chris, they're going to have to start looking for him, because every time he's been split...
Vinny Prezio on that. Real good coverage by Vinny Prezio. That was a good pass in this weather. I'm surprised.
Yeah, it is. So far, every time he's split out, they've twice they've gone for him, and one time they passed underneath, which was the last series, just for the quarter we saw. Now they split him out to the left side. There's movement on that Raider line. Left tackle moved. And the refs are pointing that way. Procedure call against the Raiders. That's a dead ball foul. It's going to cost them 5 yards. It'll be a repeat 2nd down, 2nd and 15. Dead ball fouls, you have to take the penalty. There's really no choice whether you take it or decline it. They go back to that same formation again. Got a clean snap. Hey, he's looking for that. Oh, he swings out underneath again. That's
screen.
Yep, screen. He got a blocker in front of him. And he's down to about the 29-yard line.
Somebody pick up his number, Dennis. It's so muddy out there, we can't pick it up.
His name is Delaney.
What's his name?
Delaney.
Ball's caught by Galaney, and he took it down to 29-yard line, short of the 1st down, so we'll bring up 3rd and about 4. He's in a. They split one right and they put one back on a. Oh, he takes it straight up. Is that a fumble?
Yeah, a little bobble on the exchange.
Yeah. Recovered by the Raiders, and I suspect they might have even picked up a yard on that. So they'll bring up 4th and long 3 or about 4 yards.
I'll tell you, it's really teaming out here now.
Straight down,
Cats
so.
and dogs.
This Blue Devil defense has been out here a long time. Okay, we go back to that same formation, the previous one. Let's see if they what happens on this. There they go. Oh, they swing it right out to the 44. And he got the corner. Brought down by Elton Lee.
Big first down.
And they're in first ground territory.
Inside the 15. They're inside the 15. That was a nice play by the Raiders.
It was a nice catch by Ryan Smith. Brought the ball down to the, about what, Chris? Can you say over there?
Looks like it's inside the 15, Mike.
It's about around the 15-yard line.
Yeah, 50.
Swing pass on that.
So they're really using that. Is that 44?
Yeah.
Smith?
Ryan.
They're really using Smith on both sides of that field. They keep, looks like that's his quarterback's main target today.
Cold?
Yeah.
Okay, bring it up, 1st and 10. Here he goes. The Smith's split wide out. Again, he swings it out to the left side. Same play, the other side. He was down. His knee was down. His knee was down.
Yeah, that's his main target, 44, Ryan Smith. He came up with a nice catch on that, though. But he had his knee down, so the ball is dead right there.
What do you think Coach Bell's going to do about that? Do you think he is going to start double covering, or is he going to do a little tighter? What do you think, Chris?
He just might move that cornerback up a little bit closer when he splits Smith out like that. I'll tell you, I'm really impressed with Leon Havlick, quarterback from the Raiders. He's shown a lot of poise and he's a good, strong arm in this kind of weather.
Yeah, one thing about throwing a ball in this weather is that rain drives that ball right into the ground. Okay, he throws it out again. Intercepted. Yeah, Elton Lee's got it.
That's it.
Now we got a foot race going. Looks like Smith's got the angle on him, and he catches him. Catches him on a 35-yard line of the Raiders.
That's a big play that a defense needs on a day like today. Elton Lee, a fine play. He just waited for that one. He was not going to make that same mistake he did earlier there, Dennis. Real nice play by Elton Lee. It's about a 60-yard return all the way down. Looks just inside the 30-yard line for the Blue Devils. This is an important drive for them now.
Yeah, it looks like you were right, Chris. Looks like they tightened up a little bit on their cornerbacks, and they got right into 44's face there and managed to snap that one out of the air there.
Yeah, Elton read that play all the way. He was waiting for that pass to be thrown, came up on it, grabbed it, and right down the sidelines. He made a beautiful run on that.
I tell you what, though, like you said before, Chris, I'm really impressed with the Raiders with this amount of throwing they're doing in this weather.
Throwing in this weather is very impressive.
Yeah. There, a loose ball again. But that's recovered by Cummings. And he may have lost about a yard on that. Chris, that had a funny bounce to it. Looks like it came right through Cummings' hands and really it came right up into his face. I don't know what the problem is, but obviously there is one.
You know, it's so tough today. I think you might see DiNardo go to using two hands on the ball to snap it up, and I think you're going to see Brian. Brian's really got to get under there. It's a really tough thing to teach a kid.
I think the ball's come up a little too hard for this type of weather.
Yeah.
And it's slipping right out of his hand before he gets a...
Yeah, it looked like the snap wasn't really that bad, though. It just looks like it went through his hands. Okay, we have a timeout on the field. There's no score. This is the deepest penetration by way of the Blue Devils. And as we noted before at the beginning of the game, turnovers or mistakes are going to be a big factor in this game, and there's an example of one.
I'll tell you, Leon Havlick for the Raiders is playing a good game of quarterback today. He's getting the ball out there nice to Mr. Smith, and they're doing a good job.
Yeah, I said I was impressed with them, the amount of throwing they're doing in this weather. Okay, we got a clean snap that day. That's a dive play on the left side. Elton Lee. Looks like he picked up about maybe 5 yards, and that'll be 3rd and 4.
I can't see, so you guys are gonna have to. You guys gonna have to follow it. I can't follow it.
Can you see it from over here? Okay. Got a little power eye here. And he got that handoff off, even though he slipped, and he made a nice cut there when his foot slipped out from under him, and he got up. Richie Justo, and he managed to just get over the first down. It's 1st and 10 Blue Devils.
That's a big first down for the Blue Devils. They're inside the 20 now for the first time on this drive. Be curious on how much. If we know how much time. This is probably getting close to the 4-minute warning to the half here. Richie Justo split out to the right. Blue Devils are lined up in a pro set formation.
It's Alton Lee.
Plugging away there, young.
Yeah, he keeps hitting on that left side there, and so far when we've gotten clean snaps and clean handoffs, they've picked up yards.
I tell you, Elton is a runner that he'll run right at you, and if you don't get him down, boy, look out, he'll run right over you. There's 2 minutes left in the before halftime. Back to you, Dennis.
Okay. Plenty of time for the Blue Devils to do whatever they desire. Good snap that time. This time they go right side, Justo. And the left side of the right line collapses on him.
I think they better stick to that left side. That right side is...
Yes, Mike. I think the funniest thing we have going on right here is Joe Telesco running out on the field in between each play, drying off Brian Cummings' hands. If I was guys from the Raiders, I'd put a stop to that.
There's that ball. Couldn't hang on to it. It's covered by the Blue Devils.
Number 44, it's Adam Stern recovered.
Covered by Adam Stern, who was foul on that play.
There's timeout Blue Devils on the field.
Timeout Blue Devils, and when play is resumed, it'll be 2nd and goal.
Turn it off a second.
Back on, I think they better stick to that left side, Dennis. Chris, what do you think? They better stick on that left side, right?
Yeah, definitely. Stay on the left side. I'll tell you, the Raiders are throwing. We've got one of the best quarterbacks around. It's not a bad time to try it.
Yeah, but I kind of think that Coach Bell, since he's picking up yards on these dive plays, I think he's probably going to stay with it.
Stay with what takes you to the
Yeah. So I'd be kind of surprised if he puts it up.
I think maybe the second half, if they go ahead, they'll open it up a little bit and throw some passes, because Brian is an excellent passer, and he's got some good receivers out there.
Tell you what I'd like to see is a little sweep here. What kind of, let's see the defensive alignment for the Raiders there. It's got 4 linebackers out there, so maybe a sweep won't work. They got them split out pretty wide. They're going back to, all right, Cummings keeps it. And he's driven out of bounds there.
These guys are great. Let's go running.
I'm not sure that was it was designed that way. I think that was
option. They ran option on that.
They did run option. Okay. Okay, they're in a couple of yards from the goal line. Good clean snap. There, loose ball.
Recovered it.
Looks like Elton Lee recovered that ball.
Got him a little bit closer.
Brought him a couple of yards up there.
We got a timeout, Blue Devils.
I think that's their last time out.
Yeah, that's their 3rd timeout. So this is a big play coming up here.
They better make it this time, or else.
Yeah, under a minute to go. You don't want to get down this close, right to the half. Right to the half.
You know, if you don't make something good, he gets very annoyed.
The Raider linebackers are really aggressive out there. You know, they're really coming into that line, shutting down these runs.
Surprisingly, they're staying in a 5-man front down on the goal line. We have a special guest here up in the booth, offensive coordinator from the Eastchester High School football team, Coach Archiello. Tony, tomorrow night, big game. Any plans?
We're just going to try to establish the ground game and maybe put it up once or twice.
You've got to put it up to satisfy me tomorrow, Tony.
Chris
Okay.
is an old quarterback, so Chris likes to throw too, you know?
Yeah.
Wow, we got a big play coming up here. Big play for both sides.
Slowly on about the 2-yard line.
See if you can find out what kind of defense they're going into.
Tony Archiello, a former
5 or
donkey-looking
6.
offense.
He's playing a 5-6.
Okay, he's got his rated defense, got 5 men on the line. And he struggles forward. Yeah, that did that on his own. They had that play stopped, and he managed to push him back over the goal line.
Richard Justo.
That was a big play just before the half. Yeah, Justo. Never gave up on that.
Big
They had
extra point here. This is key. Extra point right now is key. And in Pop Warner in high school football, it's one of the biggest plays in the game.
Raiders had him stopped on the line, but they couldn't get him down.
I think the way it is today, we're not going to kick. He'll run it in. I think he'll get to Elton Lee because I think Elton is the hardest runner out there, and that's who he's going to have to use on this play.
So you think they're going to go with the old 35 dive play, right, on the left side?
Definitely.
Okay.
Bang that left side.
If it was good weather, they do kick. Take a look.
And let's go. And lining up for the run.
Okay, they're not going to kick. They're going to run this one in, or attempt it.
Who's 44?
Stern, Adam Stern.
Okay, that's Lee and moving on the line there. Looks like the right tackle.
Number 96.
Procedure call against the
Bite.
dead ball foul procedure against the Blue Devils. It'll be a 7-yard extra point attempt.
Well, this may be a good chance. Maybe he'll throw a flat pass on
Rollout. Possibly a little rollout here.
option to throw it to run.
Yeah, well, we may see our first Blue Devil pass here. We got a ref's timeout here.
It's Eddie Cipollari, the official.
I'm not quite sure what the timeout is for. It looks like it may be a little equipment fix there.
This Government Access Channel TV 35, Town of Eastchester, is produced and directed by Mike Morgan. You're at Jarvis Bowl, and it is raining out here today.
Yeah, let me get this play.
Okay, we're set to go. Referee signals time in. This is a 7-yard extra point attempt. Adam Stern set in the backfield. And Cummings, yeah, he is going to throw. Throws it out into the flat. A little behind him. He had him, but it was a ball thrown a little bit behind him. So the extra point is no good. That makes the score the Blue Devils 6 and the Raiders nothing.
He had the ball in his hands, he fumbled a little bit, and he just couldn't hold on and dropped it. That was a big extra point on that one.
Yeah, but it was thrown a little bit behind him, and it's kind of hard to make an adjustment with the kind of ground it is, come to a stop and turn.
It's halftime.
Set the half?
Okay, that's the half with the score Blue Devils 6, Raiders nothing.
Now you're looking at the cheerleaders doing a halftime show in the Team in Rain. It's a shame, but those girls are really putting out on the field. That's dedication, it sure is. You better believe it, Chris, it is.
Look at this, Mike. Look at Coach Archiello from the high school.
Oh yeah, he's holding a radio for the girls. Isn't that nice? Coach Archiello says he makes $50,000 a year to hold a radio. I wish I could make that. Just for riding around a police car.
There's never been a
tell you, that's really dedication out there, those girls. They're doing a great job.
It's a great love for football, I'll tell you.
Right in the middle of the mud puddle.
I'm glad we're here, partially dry.
Yeah, we're nice. We're in the refreshment stand. Everybody's asking for hot dogs, hot chocolate, and we're trying to run a camera, a monitor, and try to bring you this game in the rain.
We've got referees in here. They're baking the towels to try and dry those up.
Yes, we got Mr. Diazo here, threw the towels in the oven to dry them off. So we're having a lot of fun today. You're looking at the cheerleader coaches down there now. That's Janice Calderero, Mary Cutter. Back down on the field with the cheerleaders. As you can see, the rain coming down. Very nice, girls. Okay, we're on. We're going to interview a few people here in the booth. We got a girl here from Sullivan County. What's your name?
Gina Hunt.
Gina Hunt. You're Patty Hunt's daughter.
By no means I am.
Oh, my God. So tell us about the community college. We going to community college?
Yes, I do. I love it. Just want to go back there.
Well, I'll tell you, your mother's a good person. She'll probably take
I
you
have a
back.
question, Gina. Why do you want to go back? It's Thanksgiving holiday weekend coming.
Oh, no, I don't have off this week. We only get off for the weekend, and that's next week. I came home for the weekend because I was upset about something, and my car got stuck.
I'm going to be all televised the same night?
I don't know. It's up to the town.
There's havoc running loose in the television booth here.
My car was stuck last night. Ooh.
Oh, she spilled hot chocolate. Mrs. Cummings, would you like to come over here and say a few words, please? Come on, this is Brian Cummings' mom. She's a doll.
I want to do this interview, Mike.
Okay, Chris, here, go. You do the interview.
We have Patty Cummings here, the mother of the quarterback Brian Cummings, with me. I was a quarterback, and I think your son is probably one of the best ones I've seen in a long, long time. Good kid at home?
Yes,
Real
good kid. He is. He's a pleasure.
I understand he's a real good student.
Yes, he is. He's doing well.
Is he? Yeah, what's his average?
About a 90.
I wouldn't do it to you, Patty. I would never put the pressure on you.
Okay.
I would never ask you the question. I'm dying.
Okay.
Next week in Baltimore.
Yes.
Which game are you going to? You've got 2 bowl games coming up. What are your plans? You're telling me about those.
I'm going down with Brian Friday morning, and I'm going to watch the game. Hopefully it's 4 o'clock. And then after that, I have to go to Tom's River and watch Craig play.
A lot of miles coming up next weekend.
Yep.
I would never do it to you. Don't worry. Back with Mike.
Okay, Mrs. Crowley, would you like to say a few words to our audience here?
My son is not playing.
Oh, that's right. Mrs. Crowley's son
Broke his arm.
broke his arm. He was out since what game? About the 3rd game, right? Hasn't played 4 games?
He had a separated shoulder, then he played 2 games and he broke his arm.
Oh. Anybody else? Mrs. Hunt is the mother of Robert Hunt.
Yes. Hi.
Hi. Can you say hello to a few guys?
Hi, everybody. Hi, Chris. Hi, Patty Cummings. Hi, Mr. Lee.
Hi.
We're having a wonderful game and such wonderful, beautiful weather.
How about Harry Milano? Come over here and say a few words. Oh, Harry's running. Harry is running.
Let's talk about tomorrow's game. We'll get a good plug.
Yeah, that's right. Eastchester Eagles. That's right. Eastchester Eagles, big ball game tomorrow. They're playing Pleasantville down at Memorial Field at 5:30.
We had a great year this year. Old teammate, my old buddy Tony Arciello, coach, offensive coordinator. You're a good friend too, Mike.
Oh yes, we're very good friends, Tony.
How you doing?
Good.
I can't wait for tomorrow. Just hope it doesn't rain. Tony, I hope we play tomorrow. We need to play tomorrow.
Been off for 14 days now. It's been real long. Been long.
Eastchester hasn't played in since the Edgemont game.
Yep. So you think this field is in bad
It was
condition?
November 5th was the last game.
Memorial Field should be a mess tomorrow.
Yeah, Memorial Field has no grass at all. It is all mud.
Yeah, that's true.
Pelham game, yeah, but
Played the Pelham game down there in the rain.
the only thing with the Pelham game, it didn't start raining until halftime, so the field was in pretty good shape. Down there now, it looks like the Eastchester High School
Infield.
Infield, that's right. puddles, mud, and that is it.
Tony, what do you think we should do tomorrow night if the weather kind of stays like this?
Well, we'll do what we did all year long. We'll just keep it on the ground.
Bang it between the tackles, huh?
Yep. Go right between the tackles. That's what got us to the dance, and that's what's going to take us
Stick
home.
with what takes you to the dance, huh? I'll tell you what's nice. We've got a lot of Blue Devil alumni.
Yeah, we got
Butch Burrow, Mickey Morgan, the Hayes brothers, Chris McCory and Oni Hayes.
Oni Hayes.
Who else plays?
Esposito.
Larry Esposito, our
Zingaro.
Zingaro.
Caparasso. Chavone.
So this Blue Devil program definitely
Luciano.
pays off.
There's tons of them. So the
It's
Blue
nice
Devils have paid off finally.
And hopefully these Blue Devils will make a contribution to the high school program in the years to come.
If they stay around here.
Who's moving?
No, we're not going to get we're not going to get into
The
that.
Blue Devils are not moving.
No, we're not going to get into the recruiting aspect of Pop Warner kids, right, Mr. Lee?
Right.
Okay, that's Government Access Channel 35. We're going to take a break and get back to you in the second half for action, okay? Ryan, what do you think about your brother playing today in the rain? Huh? I'm on TV, come on.
Say something.
What do you think? You going to be a football player like your brother?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, what else you want to be? Baseball?
We ready to go?
Yeah.
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 What's that midget doing in here?
He's a real midget, that guy. How old is he?
He's 6.
He is 6 years old. He's going to be just like his brother. Okay, now we're all set. We're just about getting set for the second half. We're up here in the refreshment stand taking the pictures. And it's my friend Dennis Conklin who's doing the play-by-play. Chris Simon, who is off to the side someplace. Tommy Richter, Tony Arciello, Harry Milano. All the Eagles football coaches are here today. Nothing else to do.
Go get him, Jerry. Cheer him on.
We got our EMT, Annette Harrington, waving. And Mrs. Patty Hunt writing the checks. Okay, why don't we focus on the field there? Look at the rain out there. This is Government Access Channel 35, Town of Eastchester, brought to you. This is being produced and directed by Mike Morgan. And we're just having a little fun up here in the booth. Trying to waste some time in the rain. Are you looking at the Eastchester Blue Devil team?
Okay, we ready to go.
Mr. Conklin's ready. He's got ants in his pants here. Okay, you're.
Half on the way.
All right, here you go, Dennis. Over to you.
Yeah, wait.
Halftime we had here.
I realize that, but we got to get back to the game
Harry
here.
Milano out for Bloody Mary. We had a good time.
This is going to be an interesting second half here. I'm kind of wondering if the Raiders are going to stay with their pass, and I suspect so. I suspect the Blue Devil Midgets, they have a play they call an isolation play with deep back, and that's the kind of thing that they're going to have to do. I know during the halftime they worked on their snap.
This is called a Buffalo. The Buffalo.
The Buffalo pass, that's going to be a tough pass here in this rain. But the quarterback Cummings, he certainly can get it up there. The trick to throwing in the rain is to get the nose of the football up in the air. The rain, a lot of times when a quarterback throws it in the rain, the normal range, the rain beats the ball down, and you'll see a lot of underthrown passes. We saw that during the first half. Okay, ref Ed Cipollani and Vinny D'Iso. Cipollari and
Palantonio.
Ange Palantano. We got to get in the game going here. They got to be miserable. They've been here. They worked a couple of games this morning, and they're absolutely sopping wet.
No, I would never do that to her.
Okay, that's Smith, 44. He seems to be doing everything here. It looks like he's going to do the kickoff also. So Blue Devils will receive the ball.
He won't even be there another year.
Elton Lee's getting some equipment repair out there from the referee.
Because we do too much.
Put it on out. There we go. That's one of the things we see. We see refs helping out in these games. So,
The bowl chairman.
okay, we're set to go.
Wait a second.
Here's the kick. He got a good kick away. Picked up around 30. He takes it straight up. They got the blockers out there.
33, Richie Justo.
And it's Richie Justo with the ball. Brings the ball down to about the 48-yard line, close to the midfield stripe. 1st and 10 Blue Devils.
I tell you, Richie Justo's been running very hard today. He run right at you too. He's like Elton. Look out.
Yeah, that's good. One of the problems is that I don't think really they don't have much of a choice, but they have to run straight ahead in this kind of slop.
It's true. Now they're in a puddle out there, and not even off to the side. They'll have to run to the left.
Okay. Let's see if they got this exchange between the center and the quarterback worked out. Oh, we got a good snap there. There's that deep back off to Elton. Takes it on the left side. He picks up good yards on the 1st down.
He's got about 8 yards on it.
Yeah, I guess about 7 he got there, so we'll bring up maybe 6 yards, 2nd and 4.
4 yards for now.
All right, we got the bowl chairman here. Mike, you did a good job this year again. I want to thank you.
Okay, 2nd and 4.
What you think for, Mike? The weather we're having today?
That's what we were talking about just before at the end of the half, where they're giving off to that deep back there. There, loose ball. His knee was down. He could have picked that ball up and run if his knees hadn't touched, but his knee was down when he picked it up.
We saw Brian Cummings just for a split second just before the start of the half. He said what he's got to do is he's just got to get that mesh better between his exchange on the center and the quarter with his hands. He's just got to put a little bit more pressure to his center, and he's got to keep his hands under a little bit longer. His hands are pretty cold, though. He said he's getting a little chill out there.
Yeah, and plus the center is really snapping that ball up with some force. Okay, we got a official timeout. Now he puts it back. 3rd and about 4.
A pile of mud down there, Dennis.
He's got to get on that left side. Looks like it feels better over there. There we go, straight ahead.
Oh, nice run. Look at that. Look.
That's a tremendous run.
Beautiful. 33.
Richie Justo, and he didn't deviate left or right. He just went straight up the middle for the touchdown. That was a beautiful run.
Right at him.
That was just an isolation right off the right guard. Richie Justo went about 50 yards on that one, it looks. We can't see yard markers anymore, so we really don't know. Great isolation. Good blocking by the guards. Good block by the center. Great lead by the fullback. And Justo goes 60 yards.
I think that play there.
Yeah, actually, that was a 47-yard run.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's close with it. 47-yard run, and he just went straight up the middle. It showed a lot of speed there.
It'll break the game wide open. I think that'll soften up Syracuse a little bit.
Yeah, I guess the Raiders are going to have a tough time coming back in this kind of weather.
Is the icing on it?
They look like they're going to. The Blue Devils are going to try kick the extra point. At this level, if you kick the extra point, that's a 2-point conversion. Running in or passing in is a 1-point conversion. Elton Lee will be attempting this extra point. 2-point conversion. This is really going to be tough. Everything has to go right on this. Snap is down, the ball's down, and the kick is up. And it's to the right. He certainly had the distance, but he kicked it to the right. So the score remains now at Blue Devils 12, Raiders nothing.
You want this?
This is Government Access Channel 35, Town of Eastchester. This game is being brought to you and directed by Mike Morgan. The camera work being done, Mr. Henry Lee. Colored by Chris Simon and play-by-play by Dennis Conklin.
Okay, Mike. What do you think, Chris? You think the Raiders are going to continue what they're doing? Are they going to change things, or are they going to go back to the pass? Or what do you think they're going to do?
I think Havlik, the quarterback, ought to possibly give that screenplay another try. He's got that nice stand-up play. He runs to Ryan Smith, his split end. Just throw it out to the flat and let the kid see what he can do with it. It's tough. You're down 12-0 now. Terrible conditions, and you got to throw the ball. The amount of water that is on this field right now is incredible. I haven't seen it this bad in 10 years since we played, right, Tony?
Yep.
Back against Scarsdale.
Okay. Here's the kick, and it's looks like
Ball a little bit on that.
there's see who's got it on the bottom of that pile. Looks like the Raiders recovered it. Okay, the ball's up on the nose of the ball's on the 50-yard line, so they got 50 yards to pay dirt here. And they really are in the slop there. If at all possible, you gotta try to operate along the sidelines, right and left, because the center of that field's a quagmire.
We got Leon Havlik still a quarterback.
Yeah, Havlik's still a quarterback here. And he goes with his dive straight up the middle. Oh, he made a nice cut there. Tough run.
He leaped.
Boy, he actually left his feet there. That's
Mike Gavlin.
Mike Gavlin. Boy, I tell you, that kid got his feet underneath him straight up and down, and he just north and south with that one. First down run. That's 1st and 10 on the Blue Devil 39-yard line. Here we come back with that same play, but this time we had a little penetration in the middle of that line by 88.
Who's 88 for the Blue Devils?
Brett Murray came through there. Nice play on his part. We'll give him about a half a yard on that, bringing up 2nd and a long 9. Quarterback keeps it straight up. Whole line collapses on him in there.
I think it was just design quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Probably snapped and fell.
All right, we have 3rd and 6.
Yeah, I think you may see that flat pass with number 44, Ryan Smith, thrown by the quarterback there.
Well, he hasn't split out, so I suspect that, yeah, straight ahead they're going with it. And, well, they got burnt once, but they certainly shut it down the next 2 times.
64.
That time coming into penetrating on the right side was Mike Palmiotto. He read that one and got right into run his face there.
Yeah, Mike.
4th down.
Mike is a hard-nosed player. He really gets in there, penetrates submarines, and he'll get in there, grab anything. Mike is a good lineman.
Okay, 4th down coming up. 4th and 6. Raiders are going into a punt formation. It's a good snap. Oh, it's a fake punt. He's going. Oh, ball slips out of his hands. That is counted as a forward pass, and the Blue Devils will take it over 1st and 10 from their 40-yard line. That ball just flat out slipped out of his hand down there. But the receivers were well covered out there. I didn't think he was going any place with that. They're well, when you're down by 12 points in the 3rd quarter, you got to do something to try to catch up.
Pop Bell says you got to put some ball, let that quarterback hold on to it. All right, back to Dennis now. A little humor up here.
Okay, Cummings calls the signals. Snap, loose ball again, and the Raiders recovered it. Raiders recovered it.
That time Brian pulled out a little quick on it.
Yeah, Brian, yeah, you could see that. He just started backpedaling before he really had his hands on the ball. And then when he tried to turn around to drop on it, his feet came out from under him.
Van Eaton, I think Christopher Van Eaton, number 23, recovered that fumble for...
Chris Van Eaton from the Raiders recovered that. He was right in there.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
It's the end of the 3rd quarter. Score is the Blue Devils 12, Raiders nothing.
What are you doing, Bob? If you don't want to play. Who are you looking for?
I'm looking for Mike.
We on or off?
Okay, first down Raiders.
A lot of dead air there for a second, huh, Mike?
Yeah. And we split out 42 this time. Wide out there split. And he throws it quickly. Oh, a little looking, yeah. Hey, he ran a little slant there. And
guy who caught that, Mike. You can't see the numbers.
Quick one.
Good play, though. Good looking to the left tight end.
Follow that guy, Mr. Lee. Who caught that pass?
That was a first down play, and now we got the Raiders on the 24-yard line. The Blue Devil 24, first and 10. Okay, well, this looks like they split two wide ends. 44's in the slot. And he throws it to 44. And he's going to be put on his own here. And he gets down.
It's Ryan Smith again.
Ryan Smith on that, he was in the slot. Picked up about 5 yards on that, 2nd and 5. Here's a case where you put 44 in the slot and he had to be covered by a linebacker because he split the two wide ends. Two receivers were split out wide and they were covered by the cornerbacks. It's always nice to get a guy one-on-one with a linebacker. Now the Raiders bring their end in. 44 has been again split out. This time we're going, oh, he looks to cut it upfield and comes right back into traffic.
To Mike Gavlin.
It's Mike Gavlin. Outside was cut off. He picked up a few yards in that, so it'll be 3rd and about 4.
It's Craig Cummings playing in the water. That's Brian Cummings' little brother, Craig, who plays for Junior Pee Wee 1, Mike Filatico. This is what kind of day it is.
They lost a rough one yesterday.
They did have a tough game yesterday. Quarterback sneak. He's going to be short. This is a big 4th down for the Raiders. It's tough. You come a long way to come down and play in a bowl game, and this will be the game right here. They've called timeout and talk about this.
We had teams come in from Syracuse, Massachusetts, Jersey. Where else, Mike?
You mean over the years or now? Most of these people are from the Syracuse area. One team is from Jersey, and that's it.
We spent the weekend. They gave them a party last night. They had a good time. Music, food, dancing. Everybody had a great time down at the community center, thanks to the Village of Tucco.
And Coach John Diarco.
Yeah, we can't forget John Diarco, because if I do, he will let me know.
Community center again.
That's right.
It's a big time out here. Raiders have got to come up with something. This will be the game here if the Blue Devils can stop them.
If Jerry Fishoff was here, he doesn't like no airtime. He's got everything. Everybody keep talking.
This game is being brought to you by Harry Milano and Eagle Home Improvement, named after the Eastchester High School football team.
Harry, hey, come on. No commercials, Government Access Channel.
Oh, okay, a grant brought to you by Eagle Home Improvement. As Coach Bell took a spill. That was great. I hope we got that on camera, Mr. Lee, because I have never seen that man go down like that in my life.
That was the most
big 4th down. They go to that little stand-up pass. Great play by the Blue Devil defense.
I got that.
I think Coach Bell probably ripped his groin on that. Great play by the Blue Devil defense. Led by Mike Palmiato.
64. I told you he gets in there.
This is important right now for the exchange between Brian Cummings and his center to get this here. The Blue Devils need to grind out a couple of first downs on this drive, and that should just about do it. I hope Coach Bell is all right, because I have never seen him hit the ground like that, ever. That was incredible. He's shaking from up here.
Jim, all these guys are laughing.
We just got the afterwave of that one. Boy, that was good.
You look like Shamu the whale. In a splashdown.
He's gonna kill you guys.
He would never kill us. Dennis, I played for the guy. We coached with him. We all know him.
And if we want to say he looked like Shamu hitting the ice.
Elton Lee running real tough. Is that Elton?
Elton Lee.
Elton Lee running real tough on that. Picks up a good 7 yards.
Freed from the ice.
The booth has gone totally berserk here.
What's the like conduct?
On?
Personal foul.
On the Blue Devils.
Yep.
On Jim Bell.
That's a penalty you don't want to take right now in the rain and down in your own end. Eddie Cipollari is going to walk 15 yards off. I wouldn't mind seeing Cipollari fall. That would be funny.
Finally found the third win.
Clipping. That's not clipping. Personal foul.
Personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct.
Nah, we want to see Eddie fall. He's really a good guy. He's been around long.
No, Eddie's a good man. We're just happy he's not doing our game tomorrow. Let me tell you, Mike. No,
Sorry, we got Mr. Everett tomorrow.
Being an official is the most thankless job ever. It's something I would never want to do.
He's on a standby for rainouts. He's doing East Chester game. He's on a standby for rainouts.
Blue Devils have a wing right. Split end probably is Justo. Can't tell.
Elton Lee.
That's Elton just banging the left side of his line.
Was he going to try to just eat up the clock?
We've got a 3rd down and 14 yards to go now. It's a big play for the Blue Devils. They want to try and get a 1st down and eat up a little bit more of the clock. You don't want to punt from down here in your own end on a day like today.
We're going to have a copyright with it. People be buying no more fundraisers. That's right.
I don't think you should pass down there, Chris, either.
No, passing right now is dangerous, Mike. You just got to get as much as you can.
No, he's not going to pass.
He's in a straight T backfield. I'm not sure what this discussion is.
Let's see the referees, Mr. Lee. Switch up.
No, I think they were just resetting the clock there for a second, Mike. I'm not sure what that was.
Okay, you got 3rd and 15.
Straight T backfield for the Blue Devils. An option. Good fake by Cummings to Lee. Stern gets about 6-7 yards on that play. The Blue Devils have 4th down. This is a tough one. 4th and 5. They're probably going to be forced to punt from deep in their own territory. As there's Joe Telesco again. This is the most work Joe Telesco has ever done in his life. I mean, this is incredible, Mike. You know the guy. Everybody knows the guy. The guy doesn't work Monday through Friday. Come Sunday, the guy...
He's hanging around Archie.
He's always up at the gas station, up at Brook Service.
Well, I'm barred from there, and sometimes he's barred from there, so I don't know.
Pete gives him the old, "Pwah!" Coach Maziaski.
He doesn't want Bell around at all up there. No work is
They're
done.
not going to run this tape on TV.
No, we're having a good time up here. Hey, there's 35,000 people here. This is a big punt for the Blue Devils. Coach Bell signaling for timeout. He's only got 10 guys on the field.
Blue Devils timeout.
It's an error you don't want to have in the 4th quarter.
I'll tell you, last night I was down the North Rockland and Mayapack game, and you want to see a crowd down there. There had to be, I'd say, a good 20,000, 15,000 down there.
No kidding. Big blowout, North Rockland 35-6. They have probably the best running back in the state in Cameron Williams. He's being recruited by Syracuse, University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Good football player. Coach Bell is not happy. You don't want to take a timeout for only having 10 men on the field. That's not a good heads-up play by the Blue Devils. It's big.
He relates.
I'm having a good time, Tony. This is what I always wanted to really do. I never wanted to coach football with you.
All right, next year we do Channel 35. Why don't you give up coaching? Come on up in the booth with me and Jerry Fisher.
It's a lot easier on the insides. I never knew how much fun this could be. Coaching this guy, being involved with this game for 18 years now. Yeah, it is. Thank you.
We got.
Wait, let me see this.
Now that we've heard from the Bopsy twins for the last 10 minutes, let's put the play-by-play back here. The guy that knows what's going on.
Thanks, Dennis. Dennis already asked us to recruit him for next year.
Good, I can't see it.
You can't see. Oh, what? What are you? That's a monitor, Dennis. See, same teams that are on the field are playing. Good punt in the rain. Low line drive. He gets out at about the 40-yard line.
Ryan Smith.
That's Ryan Smith, who's been a real standout for the Fulton, New York Raiders.
Catching those passes off the flats and kickoff returns. He's doing a very good job.
This kid does everything.
This is going to be a big series for the Raiders. They've got to get something going real quick, because we're probably closing in on the 5-minute mark or less. There's Jack Brewster now catching the ball. He's another one who doesn't work Monday through Friday, and he's walking around in his Ardsley track
Says
jacket.
he does, but I think he's down at track most of the time. He even feeds the horses down there.
Covered by the Raiders.
The Raiders retain possession.
Lost 3 yards.
Jim Bell's trying to clear his bench now and get a couple of the other guys in the game. It's tough, you stand around all game.
Lance Herbert, number 74, is in there. Clean.
He's
At the end of a game like this, if you're going to wait your...
Yeah, you don't want to have a white jersey at the end of today.
Got the numbers very easy.
As it is coming down once again. He looks to pass. Havlik. Big interception. That should about do it for the Blue Devils.
What was that?
60, who was that number?
He tried to throw another look-in pass. Couldn't get the ball off, and just as Havlik threw it, his arm got hit. That's going to do it.
Mass substitution going on now.
Big change.
They get their chance, they'd be muddy.
We got a complete turnover out there. There's all white New Jerseys. Now we can see some numbers.
Chris Neely will probably go to quarterback now for the Blue Devils.
See Jack cleaning the mask off. Jack does a good job, doesn't he?
Jack's a hard-working guy. We've known Jack for a while, right, Mike?
Yeah, he's been dedicated guy for the Blue Devils.
Ed Cipollari just gave us a 2-minute warning. Blue Devils pick up 2 first downs. That's going to do it. Our play-by-play man, Dennis Conklin, shoving a hot dog down his throat. You notice how much better this whole thing got, Mike, when Dennis left at halftime? We're only teasing you, Dennis.
You got to get a picture of Dennis's hat.
Fumble again.
It's not good. You have 2 minutes to go in the game. Anything can happen on a day like this, and we're seeing it right now. Back and forth we go.
I'll tell you, one guy we miss up here is Pete Arciello, who he helped us during the high school football games. He was excellent. It really was.
Pete's a good man. Pete was a good football player.
I don't know about if he was a good football player.
Pete was a good kicker.
Guy,
Pete was a good
guy.
kicker. Pete, if you're watching out there,
Pete, you were a horrible football player. The only thing you could do, maybe, kick the ball.
Pete, I'm trying to stick up for you. We're sorry.
I kicked a touchdown.
Something to say?
I kicked a touchdown once.
There's that screen pass by the Raiders. Guy should have got out of bounds on that. We're going to be closing in on 1 minute. We've got 2nd and 2. You want to get out of bounds now? You want to, Mike? You want to pick up a number? This is brutal. Give both these kids, both players, both kids on both teams, a lot of credit for hanging in this kind of weather. It's getting cold now. Looking deep is Havlik. He's got a man out there.
Oh, just missed it.
I think that he had Ryan Smith. He got behind 2 Blue Devil defensive backs.
I tell you, Leon Havlik has really thrown a great ball today. For this weather, he's throwing them. He's completed passes. He's doing a great job there for quarterbacking for the Raiders.
Yeah, we've got 2 of the leading quarterbacks in Pop Warner, Brian Cummings and Leon Havlik here.
Look at those clean jerseys out there, Chris. Huh? Look at them. Now we pick up.
These guys are in. They're going to be happy. You have, for the Blue Devils, getting in the game now is Rashawn Allen. Kyron Dawkins is in the game. Big 2nd down for the Raiders. 2nd and about 3. Just outside the 35-yard line. Havlik again back to pass. A lot of pressure. He fumbles. Big sack by Kyron. And Mark Bernardini from the blind side. Blue Devil ball, and that's it. These Chester Blue Devils continue to march on to an undefeated season.
Great game, I tell you. The Blue Devils, look at them out there. Look at them thrown in the mud. Everybody got their jerseys.
Mike, they ought to do a reverse Harry Coach Parcells on Bell. I'd love to see these kids throw Jim Bell in the mud. This is beautiful. Get the kids going in the mud, Mr. Lee. Right in front of us here. This is great. This is a celebration. Blue Devils are now, what, 11-0?
11-0. Next week we're going to Baltimore,
Maryland, and then.
And if they win out in Baltimore, they'll be going to Atlanta, Georgia for the national finals. Here they go. Teams are congratulating one another. That's good sportsmanship.
We have to coach again this week, huh? As Bell goes on the road. 12-0 final.
12-0. East Chester 12. East Chester Blue Devils 12. The
12 runs on 10 hits.
Fulton Raiders nothing. It was a good game played by both teams.
Mike, thanks. It was fun. I
Okay,
enjoyed
Chris,
it.
I'm glad to have you come up here. Even Tony Archo was so glad he came up here to say hello, you know?
I'm glad
He's
to see
such
you guys are talking again.
Oh, we're always talking,
All right,
you know that.
I'm glad.
Tommy Richter, Dennis Conklin, Harry Milano, Henry Lee for the camera work, doing a great job.
Don't forget D-Day.
Oh, here they go. Oh, my God. Look out.
It's going to be great.
Woo!
Oh, yeah.
In they go. Now they got to grab Mr. Bell and put him in there.
Honey, the check.
Oh, that's the...
I tell you, I feel sorry for the parents that's got to wash these uniforms tonight. For the moms.
Now, if they could get Coach Bell in that mud, that would make my day, because he's gone down once.
Oh, look out. Oh, look out.
I think we should start a chant from the booth. Let's go, guys. I want to unplug this thing.
No, you just wait.
Start a chant from the booth.
That must be something in the mud. That's right. I understand. There's a colored man here, Chris Simon.
Oh, hey, Mr. Brewster, here he is. We got Jack Brewster up here in the booth. Come over here, Jack. Say hello to a few of the people.
Great game. Great performance by a bunch of dedicated young gentlemen.
Yeah, they did. Jack,
Jack, you're a dedicated young gentleman.
Nah.
You're Telesco.
Having a good time out
yeah,
there.
you reading out the ball. You did a good job, Jack. Cleaning the ball, making it clean for the boys, drying it off.
They deserve it. Look at them. Super group.
And another guy, Mike Palmial, did a great job on the home bowl.
I hope so. And then on to Atlanta for this
Tell you
group.
what, Jack. We want to drive down next Saturday with me? Saturday morning?
I'll drive. You sit in the back.
We got
Chauffeur, chauffeur driven. All right.
Brewster and Simon get together. Look out.
Last time we drove, Mike, was real dangerous down North
I
Carolina.
know. I remember. You got there
That's when we were
before
both
everybody.
It's been a long time with the Blue Devils.
Okay, this is Government Access Channel 35, Town of Eastchester.
More splashes.
This is being produced and directed by Mike Morgan. Here they are up in the end zone.
Mike, thanks. It was fun.
Okay, Chris, thanks a lot. Okay, Mr. Lee, you want to get some more? Sure, there's Mr. Bell. And talking to Elton Lee. I always tell Elton
We're selling those tapes.
how to picking up all the equipment on the field. Okay, Mr. Lee, thank you. This is Government Access Channel 35, Town of Eastchester. This is being produced and directed by Mike Morgan.
We're in here.
Yeah. Did you get the part where we all slid in the mud?
Yep.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Elle, you got it. You got Mr. Bell too?
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is a memorable film. Mr. Morgan.
Thank you. The other team. There's the other team just came in, walking by. Don't worry about it. Cheerleaders.
I hope you got Jim when he went over, right?
Yeah. But it was without the sound, though. It might go. Yep, doesn't make any difference.
You're going to be down. You're going down Friday.
Come on.
I'd like to make a presentation of the flags to the team. We're going to have, we're going to pick the winner of the large raffle, which is up to $2,060. Somebody's going to win half of that. Right after the presentation.
This is an appreciation for the Blue Devils of the Fulton coming down and even playing with us today. Sorry the weather couldn't be better. We really enjoyed having you down. We have patches for each one of the participants that played. I'm giving them to the coach, just like I have mine. You'll get yours tomorrow. Thanks for coming down. I'm sure if the weather was a lot different, we would have had a hell of a ball game. Because we saw you could really throw the ball, and maybe the weather was in our favor today. Thank you very much. Almost as good as your haircut.
Did you get that?
Elton.